Let's go. We are live in the building and welcome to the morning motivation. I decided to start tapping in, dog. Listen, content is important. I do a lot of work in the mornings and I wanted to be able to deliver some motivation for you guys who are out there trying to build a business, no matter what business you're in. And you need a little bit of marketing in your process. Now, one thing I'm specializing in and really focusing on, especially at my level and with the clients that I work with, is your personal brand and the things it takes for you to be liked for what you do. Now, here's what I'm trying to tell you, and here's what I hopefully that you can understand. It's not about trying to make something cool. Listen, marketing is cool and fun in its own way. The action of marketing is cool, but actual marketing is not that cool. So, what I'm not going to do, and what I don't think anybody should ever do, is try to make what they're trying to create cool. That's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to express the things you like to do, the things you're trying to accomplish, and you're trying to make it happen. That is why I titled it Monday, Motivation and Marketing, because that's what I specialize in, dude. And I'm not going to talk about how much money some of my clients make, but they are not broke. 6 figures at least. I don't have a client that's not doing 6 figures. I don't. Now, let me express something to you. I don't want to be the guy that you get on here and you think that I'm over here like, it's really easy. Everything's easy. No, things are simple, but they're not easy. Things are simple, but they're not easy. Most things are overcomplicated in a manner for you to believe that you need to be the most popular, virality. You need to be fucking dancing on TikTok. Like every video is going to tell you need to be doing all these things. But one thing I would tell you is get deep in your personal story. Get conviction in why you're doing what you're doing. That's what I'll tell you. Get conviction. Most of us don't have enough conviction in what we're doing to decide, hey, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. So today I'm going to be talking about a few things as I'm going over some of the marketing stuff that I'm doing, but I wanted to just bring motivation to the table. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that I didn't put myself in position to be constantly having people misrepresent themselves because they don't understand the story. One of my mentors right now and business partners, Travis Brady, has taught me so much about the conviction of your personal branded story. Why do you do what you do? Who are you trying to help? What are you trying to impact? That shit is important. And I want to make sure as many people out there in the world get a chance to understand that. It's important for you to know why you care about the things you do. It's important. Why do you care about the things you do? What makes it important to you? What are the pillars of entertainment, things you like to do? I like to dance. I actually dance less on social media because I used to think, it's going to keep me from being, really motivated. It's going to keep me from being what I would say, treated as a valuable asset in the marketing space. If I'm on TikTok hitting the runaway, but guess what? The things I'm going to teach you, the process that I'm going to be able to give, I'm going to give out so much A's on these fucking morning motivational marketing calls that you can ask me anything. How come every personal brand I work with companies behind their back end do 6 to 7 to 8 figures? Why? Because they understand personal conviction. Most people are trying to make money, but the people who make the most money are trying to create impact. So who are you? Are you the person trying to create impact in your industry or your business? Or are you the person who's trying to just make a bunch of money? And I realize every time I think about trying to make a bunch of money, the only thing I can do is make a bunch of money, then I'm just less impactful. That's 100% the truth. I'm less impactful. I make less impact in the world because I'm so focused on trying to get to that next dollar that I constantly put myself in an awkward position. Guys, let's not do that. Let's not constantly put ourselves in an awkward position to make sure that we're able to accomplish the things that we need to accomplish. Do you understand me when I say that? Make sure we're able to accomplish the things we need to accomplish by not making things awkward. Okay? We got to get shit done, guys. In good faith, operating in good faith in your personal brand. Please, if you're watching this video at any point in time, comment down below, respond, give it a thumbs up. Help me understand that you're here and you want to learn something. You want to impact the world around you. I think personal branding is so important. I'm not a tactic seller, which means I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you the tactics you need unless you ask me a direct question about your business. I don't think cookie cutter shit works for most people. I think a lot of times there's so much cookie cutter agencies out there selling you the next plan just for the same people. That's not me, guys. Super sorry. That's not me, guys. So if that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place, guys. I'm over here to fucking murk the game. So the first thing I'm going to do is what I think everybody should do. If you're if any business trying to make money in a personal brand, you have to believe in the impact you're going to make. Because when you believe in the impact you're going to make, guess what? You do not have a problem marketing it. You don't. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. I may want to check on myself just to make sure that I'm actually being heard here. But I'm going to tell you this from straightforward position. You have to create impact because you care, not because you want to make money. It's really hard in business to really blow up your business just by trying to be someone who's just trying to make a bunch of money. I'm telling you that from experience. Most of the people who make any money in the game is because they understand the process. I'm telling you, they understand the process. They're going to put in their business. They're going to put in the time. They're going to put in the motivation. And therefore, I want to make sure that's where we're at. And so that's it. That's it. Put in the time. Put in the motivation. Put in the personal brand. Actually get out there and make some shit happen. Most people aren't making shit happen. I'm telling you right now, most people are so busy trying to make the next dollar that they're blinded by the dollar and they forget that it's in the impact of who you are, what you do, what you accomplish, whose lives you change. Someone asked me the other day about me being dyslexic and my whole journey. I ended up doing a keynote speech about it. It was amazing. Shouts out to Brand X and Travis Brady for that, putting me on. You know what I mean? He's taught me more about telling my personal story, more about actually being who I am in business and really trying to accomplish innovative things and how I'm trying to accomplish it. That's what we're here to do. We're not here to babysit. We're not here to play games. We're here to make impact. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to always be trying to talk about making impact. That's me. I gotta talk about making impact, because if you don't make no impact, like really, what are you doing? Let's get juiced in here. It's Monday. It's not even Monday. What is it? It's Wednesday morning in here today. You know? It's Wednesday morning in here. I'm telling you, dog. And so nobody's going to promote you as much as you promote yourself in any brand. And I promise you this, even if you hire someone to do marketing, they're not going to promote you. They're going to structure a system to how to promote you into the business world. That's what they're going to do. So that's what I want to let you guys know. Nobody can be a better marketer than you. They can't. They can't. You may think they could be. You may think that it's possible for someone to do your brand way better than you, but we don't believe it's true. We only give you systematic things that really put your brand on, and we give you ideas on what that looks like or how that can be accomplished. But guess what? Nobody can be a better brander than you. We put together branding strategies. We teach you what it is, but we have to ask you. We have to pull that shit out of you. We don't tell you. We pull it out of you, and then we display it. That's what we do. We pull it out of you, and then we display it. Guys, that's what we do. So sometimes people are like, well, you guys are the fucking experts. I'm like, yeah, but you are the person. So for you to be the person, we may be the experts, but you have to be the person, guys. You have to be the person. We are the expert, but you're the person. Okay? So I just want you guys to understand that. We may be the expert, but you are the person. And so I want people to understand this. Let's share this. Share this link right here. Copy the link. Image shared. I'm literally going to be promoting this live while I'm on live right now. And my best advice for you in this process is that you continuously share your life, your opportunity, who you are, what you're doing, and to the world. We are now in a society where we are like the main characters of our own movie, and we only do things with people we like. It's because we can. Back in the day, it used to be based on convenience. We're not in the convenience business anymore. That's what I'm telling you. We're not in the convenience business anymore. We used to be in the convenient business, which means if it's convenient to you, guess what? were able to do it. And so I wanted to tell people today is really breaking down to them what they could accomplish overall and how they could really get there. And so I wanted you guys to get on this live, and I wanted to really break down some morning motivation in this motherfucker for people. Get juiced. If you don't think what you do for people impacts them and changes their life, how are you ever going to believe you're going to impact and change people's lives? How does that work? Please explain it to me. If you don't feel like the information that you're going to give to the world is going to help and impact people, how can you ever be confident enough to create content over time, over and over and over and over and over again? How can you even feel like it's possible? Explain it to me. Explain to me how you can believe that you will get the confidence, the motivation to continuously put out content if you don't believe you're going to change people's lives. If the business model, the style, the breakthroughs that are happening in your head when it comes to trying to make business happen, if you don't believe it's going to impact or change people's lives, and the only thing you think about is how much money you need, oh my God, I'm broke, my life, oh my God, I need money, 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 you will go broke. Needing money, needing something that actually has zero technical value. Your mind is working for this thing. If you're smart enough to know that value is given by people and you're in the people business, and so therefore you have to impact people, therefore you have to change people's lives, how are you ever going to understand that that is what you're there to accomplish? You're there to understand and accomplish those things. So while I'm on here, no one's going to market me like I'm going to market me, guys. I can't express that to you anymore. Nobody's going to market me like how I'm going to market me. So therefore, I have to be willing to market myself at the next level. Hey, don't miss the opportunity to step into the next level, learn about motivation and some marketing. Here's the link. I'll see you on the live. Ask questions. So, and so here's my opinion on this whole thing, dude. I'm gonna drop some. Let's drop some of these leads, groups, agencies. I'm fucking posted in one of these groups. Mindset, GHL, 3 groups max. Fuck it. Select them to 3 groups, sharing the story. Don't monetize it, post it. We out here. Let's go. Now, here's what I'll tell you is that things may not start on the very first go, but I've been really pushing towards some of my clients to get on live and talk about some ideas and concepts. And I've been pushing every single morning, or like, am I going to go out there and just do it myself? Like, what does that look like for me to be an example of the person I'm trying to teach how to be what I think is important? What do I think is important? I think it's important, and it's a lot easier to get in front of people if you create content consistently, guys. I do. I think you can change your life if you go live once a day for 360 days, dog. I believe it. And so most people don't believe it. They won't ever get started. But we going to get started in here, guys. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. These next 360 days, I'm talking about is going to be life changing. All right. Any topics anybody wants to talk about? If you're on the live and you're popping in and you're like, yo, I got some topics. I'm ready to drop it. What's the topic? Let's get into the topic. Let's get motivated. Let's get pushed into execute on the things that we need to execute. Sometimes you need to turn on your motivation daily. I think that comes down to a lot of purposeful, driven opportunities for yourself. Why do you do what you do? Why is it important for you to do what you do? How do you take what you do and show the world that you can actually impact them and really change people's lives? I'm trying to get people to give me thumbs up, like my videos. Here's what I think. I think for the next 6 weeks, right, as I'm doing this, as I'm going over these motivations, as I'm creating these marketing concepts, as I'm doing these things, and I'm going to be showing examples of things that I'm going to start to gather traction. Why am I going to start gathering traction? because I'm going to shoot these videos, get a purpose on the title, drop it on the thumbnail process. And then the next thing I'm going to do is what? I'm going to continuously be consistent. Consistency. A lot of times marketing companies are out here selling you virality. You need to be viral. You need to be the next hot thing. You need to be fucking dancing on TikTok. Bow, 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 bow. But I don't think that. I don't think you need to do that. I think what you need to do is realize that it takes something to start from. It takes motivation, personal belief, personal desire to change as many people's lives as absolutely fucking possible. And when you realize that you can change as many people's lives as possible, it can really put you in a whole nother trajectory, put you in a whole nother feeling in your soul when you're accomplishing something. Make you feel so much better when you're selling to someone, because guess what? You don't feel like you're just selling to someone. You feel like, you know what you feel like? You feel like you're changing their lives. When you feel like that, you have a lot more conviction in what you're doing. I'll tell you that much. A lot more conviction in what you're doing. So here's what I'll tell you. Most people, I think, are too afraid to succeed. I think most people are too afraid to succeed because if they succeed, they'll have no more excuses on why they're not the person they should be. But here's the problem. You have to start to become the person that you desire to be to actually succeed in life. And that is one of the most difficult things you'll ever have to deal with, is trying to become the future version of yourself. I was just talking to one of the guys that strong. The reason why I mess with 10X Unicorn Daniel so strong is because he makes basic comments in his life about what his future self wouldn't like. You got to get around good people, man. I'm not even gonna lie, just thinking about listening to Daniel say that, I just realized I'm around some good ass people. I'm so blessed. I picked a circle. I created a circle. I've now been around other good people now that I feel comfortable reciting what the people around me are saying, giving credit where credit is due to not just books, but the books that people have read that they have internalized and has became part of their personality. How can you not be motivated when you're around people who truly care for you, who want you to grow, who want to see you win, who want to see you get to the next level, and not just the people who want something from you at all times? Which you may run into. You may run into quite a bit. But here's an example of what the difference is. When you feel good on the side of it mapping the perfect future self that you see, when you're in a good group of people and they tell you things that may not feel good in the moment, but if you think about your future self, you're like, that's exactly what my future self should be doing and accomplishing, then you're in the right place. But if you just have momentary happiness because what they told you right now responds to who you are today, that means you're going nowhere. So when Daniel the other day, we were just chatting, I made a comment, right? Because I was like, yo, I need to go cold turkey. I need to use no supplements. I know drinking, no smoking, none of that. I just need to focus. Every time I went to break that version of myself, he made a comment about who I wanted my future self to be. That's it. He made a comment just reminding me about the future version of who I was. And he makes comments about himself, about the future version that he is. And I think having good people around you is the most powerful thing you can have. And I'm now realizing how absolutely blessed I am to have it. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have the kind of conversations with people who we can talk a bunch of shit to each other's face in conversations, but they want the best for me. And that's powerful. They want the best for me, and I want the best for them. And so what I would tell you is that you need to get around people who genuinely want you to fucking win. You need to get around people who genuinely want you to win. And a lot of times that comes down with coming into groups of people where you can provide value. Here's one thing that you may not know is very valuable for people who already know business and life as they know it, is coming into their world, learning from them, and executing on the things that they're teaching you. It's a benefit. It is. It is such a benefit. It's a benefit to a mentor to train younger people. It's a benefit for you to take that information and execute on it. There's so many benefits. When people go like, why don't I have a mentor? I can't reach out to this person. I promise you, more people who are successful love giving back information for those who execute on the information. They do. You know what? Coaches get tired of giving out advice to those who they help, but don't actually take the advice. That's the biggest problem in the game. You think that people don't want to help you. You think that there's nobody out there that wants to impact you in your world, but that's so far from the truth. The truth is that business is not hard. No, it is hard, but it's not, let's say, it's not complicated. Let's say that. Business isn't as complicated as we want it to be. We want business to be so much more complicated than it actually is. And so you got to really figure out what that looks like for you. You know? No joke. What does that look like for you? So anybody have any statements? Anybody have any motivation for the morning? Anybody got anything to say? I kind of want to know. I'm thinking I might end up actually going live on Instagram as well. I might double tap in on both sides so that I can communicate conversations between both. Why? Because guess what? That's the motherfucking zone we're in here today. I'm in complete zone today. That's what I would say. Let's call it this. Marketing and morning motivation. That's what I'm titling it, right? I'm going to put this on this side, actually. I'm going to drop this on this side, right below this camera, so you can't see it, but it's on the same side so I can be looking the same way. And I'm going to go live on Instagram as well as YouTube because like I told you, nobody's going to market you as much as you need to market yourself, guys. Nobody's going to do it. Nobody's going to go out of their way to market you more than you market yourself. It's rare. It's so rare that I think so many times it's not that people aren't really good at what they do. It's mostly the fact that they have a really hard time promoting themselves. Most good business owners that I think could take over the game, take over their business, take over their world, their biggest problem is that they're so afraid to be rambunctious in their process of being a winner. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about that really recently. It's like, if you don't have more personal dedication in your process and in your desire of what you're trying to accomplish, it's really hard to push yourself out to the world consistently. Now, here's the thing that most people never get to: expert status. After 360 days of putting out your business and making things happen, you can really change your life. Like I'm talking about change your life. I had this young buck call me. I call him a young buck. He's probably in his 20s. I'm in my 30s. So I call him a young buck. He calls me. He's running a 7-figure landscaping business. And he's talking to me, and I'm like, yo, this man's bright. He's killing it. Okay. But the one thing that he had was a compelling ass reason why he's willing to get in front of the camera and tell people and impact people and change people's lives because he went through some crazy shit. What up, though? How you guys doing? Say hi. I see people saying hi. Topics and conversations are open to talk about, but today we're going to talk about marketing and motivation. But I wanted to talk about the personal brand and also why your personal brand matters extremely and what keeps you motivated in creating that personal brand. What is it? What I've learned from working with hundreds of personal brands is that it's your conviction. Your conviction. We have Jarvis on here. I think he's still watching. Jarvis is convict. That man knows he's trying to create impact. Okay? My man Jarvis is on here. That man knows he's trying to create impact. And because of that, out of all the people we're working with now, he's one of the hardest hitters in the game. That man's teeing him up. Jarvis is teeing up. He's batting every single time. He's even part of my motivation on why I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just going to